Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and this is a bit of a special create a sim video for me. It is going to be create a sim for Maleficent and also the three fairies or pixies or whatever they're depicted in the film. Now this is for my Disney Legacy challenge that I'm doing currently. If you are new to my channel and this is the first time that you are seeing anything from me, I am doing a Disney Legacy challenge where it's 10 generations of different Disney films. So the first generation was Cinderella, the second generation was Toy Story, the third generation was Beauty and the Beast, and we are now moving on to Sleeping Beauty. Now I had thought of maybe doing the traditional version, but then also what I wanted to do was incorporate the new Maleficent as well. So I really want to do a kind of mixture. Now the way I work things in my channel is I'm very much a storyteller. I like to create stories, so it's going to be a bit of a mixture of the traditional fairy tale and also the Maleficent. So first of all, I am creating Maleficent, and I hope I am saying that right. I think I am. Now I'm kind of going for the Angelina Jolie inspired one rather than the green skin tone traditional one, just because I feel like I'm going to be playing her for at least a couple of episodes and I don't really want a green sim. I know, I just don't. So I'm kind of going for the Angelina Jolie sex appeal type sim. It doesn't look like Angelina Jolie before anyone comments on that and says to me it doesn't look like her. I know. However, I have tried to make her kinda as dark and, you know, the mixture of the kind of evil looking but still the joie de vivre, if you like, of her. Now it is going to be custom content horns. I do have the horns that I do end up using, so you will see them. You have I'll link a blog below where you can go and get her proper robe. Someone did make custom content for her robe that she wears in the original Sleeping Beauty film, you know, the Disney one. However, like I say, I want to go for the Angelina Jolie look, so I've used some clothes from Supernatural and recoloured them. So hopefully once that comes up, you will be interested in what I've done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a bit of music while I play about with her face, and then I'm going to come back in when it's time for her clothes. And then after we've done her, we'll then move on to the fairies. But yeah, so I'm going to leave you until I am doing her. Alrighty, so this is me just picking her wings now. Now I know Maleficent didn't actually have wings in the Disney film, or in the most part of Maleficent, but she did have the wings at one point in Maleficent, so I wanted to give her that because she is a fairy, even though she didn't have the wings in the Disney film. So I hope that you don't mind me putting the wings on it. I just thought she looked so much more evil by having the black wings. And that is the headdress, which is pretty accurate. I have to give the custom content creator their due. And like I say, I used some clothes from Supernatural. I couldn't quite decide what to go for, but I decided in the end to go for this top and to recolour it black, and then to use the kind of purple down the middle, because if you look at her in the Sleeping Beauty original film, she was like that. So I hope that you like this outfit. I love it. I think she looks super, you know, diva-esque, if you like. And for her sort of, I've just put Maleficent fairy. And for her personality then, it's difficult because if you haven't seen the film Maleficent, I don't want to give you any sort of spoilers, but in that film she doesn't tend to be evil, but in the original she is. So I've kind of done a mixture again. So she's an evil genius who's mean-spirited, loves the outdoors, and is also rebellious. And I've got the Emperor of Evil as her wish. So that was me just saving her to my bin. So the next one that you will see will be the fairies, and I'm going to cut back when I have got them. Alright, so the first fairy is called Flora. So as you know, we've got Flora, Fauna and Merryweather. So Flora was the pink fairy. It's weird because whenever you look up pictures online, sometimes she's in pink, sometimes she's in red. So I've kind of went for pink because I do like the pink colour, and that was my decision. So I'm just playing about with hairstyles just now. Now if you remember in the film, they had the red fairy or the pink fairy and also the blue fairy as, you know, curvy ladies. So I've stuck to that. I've stuck to the curvy sort of look, and then the middle one, which was the green one, she was more slim and slender, so she'll be up after this one. But I have stuck to the main part, which means that she was a bit more fuller figured. Trying to stick with the design of the fairies to some degree. So I kind of went ahead and tried to do that. I really like that hairstyle from Supernatural. I think it really suits her, and I think when we do end up creating her face fully, you'll see that it does suit her quite a bit, I would say. And I like the hairstyle that we went for with her as well. For clothes, I did stick to the fairy clothes with Supernatural. So Supernatural gave us some really nice clothes, and when I say Supernatural, I'm talking about the expansion pack. For those that maybe don't know, I'm sure you will know, but in case you don't, then it is the Supernatural expansion pack. So I did stick with that, and I made her eyes quite big, and I think I kept her nose because I think her nose is quite cute. She was fairly easy to make because I think she was quite a decent looking random sim to begin with, and I did make their ears all pointy because to me, I don't know if fairies have pointy ears, but I just, in my head, they do. So this is all an interpretation as well, guys. Let me just state that. This is just my interpretation, and I wouldn't say that all these Sims, these are not the best looking Sims I've ever created, but I'm trying to stay true to the actual, you know, Sleeping Beauty. They weren't three amazingly gorgeous fairies, and as much as I want to bring them up to, you know, give them a bit of, you know, not as traditional, I didn't also want to make them goddesses because that's not what they were. But what I have done is the outfits that I've chosen have kind of been a bit more fashionable, well, for that fairy Supernatural type, rather than just shoving them in like some, I don't know, old-fashioned kind of dress. So I went for that, and I love the kind of hot pink, and I've added in the red texture on the bows in the shoulder and underneath her bust, just to kind of tie in with the confusion that seems to be online, whether she was the pink fairy or the red fairy. If you know what she was, let me know below. I'm happy to change the colours. I don't really mind, to be honest. Now, Flora is described online as being the kind of motherly sim. Well, not sim, but the fairy. She's the kind of motherly one with the nurturing instincts and all that sort of jazz. So I kind of think that she comes across that way when you look at her, definitely. Now I have only done the everyday outfit on each of the Sims, just because, you know, it's 4 Sims in one video, so we would have been here forever. So, but you will see in the LP, you'll see all the fairies' costumes as they go along. I also use this necklace here from the prom set from the sims3.com, and I gave every fairy that necklace, but I changed the colour of the diamond because I wanted them to kind of link in some way. So I thought if we do the necklace, you know, each of them have the same necklace, they can be joined by powers and whatever. I don't know. I'm weird, guys. I just think of things and then hope for the best. Hope that they turn out best. I was going to put pink eyeshadow on and then I decided against it. So I've just gave it a really nice bright pink lip. And I love the way she's turned out. I think she looks like a more updated version of the pink fairy, but not too out there that it's completely changing her, because we want it to feel like we're following it to some degree. So I've got her as nurturing, which is kind of described as. And I've got her as a schmoozer because she's very friendly, and well, she's not friendly, but she's outgoing and things like that. Got her as a proper sim because I think she would be a natural cook. And lastly, I can't remember, what did I have her as? This was only done 20 minutes ago, but my short-term memory is obviously crap. Family orientated, there you go. And I've got her as magic makeover because I do hope to, you know, cope, you know, fulfill their lifetime wishes as well. So I'll be back with the next fairy. Alright, and this is our next fairy, which is going to be Fauna. Now, the surnames that I've given them are the surnames that in Maleficent is what their first names are. So just in case you're wondering where I'm getting that from. So Flora is the green fairy. And I've kind of just went for a nice colour green. I'm trying to play about with her hair just to find out what I'm going to go for, and I decide later on. But what I do is I put her hair back up in a ponytail just so I can work on her face. Now with the skin tone, I did use light skin tones on all of them because that's how they were in the original film, so I've kind of stuck to that as well. And the skin tone that I use is Wild Blue, and it's a custom content skin, and it's from Burnt Waffles. And the contacts that I use as well are from Burnt Waffles, so I can also link them below if you want them. If I forget to link them below, which is a distinct possibility, knowing me, then let me know below and I'll quickly pop them in for you just now. So this sim, Flora, is a little bit thinner. Well, she is slim than the other ones, and she is the more sort of quiet one, very peaceful sim, you know, very into nature, that sort of thing. So I've tried to make her face look a bit more pixie-like, so delicate features and things like that. And eyes are fairly wide apart, but we do change that, we do bring them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut up now and let you watch the rest of her face makeover and come back in when it's time for her clothes. Alright, and this is me on to picking her hair now. And I was going to go originally for the long kind of fairy hair, but I just didn't think when I put it on her that it really suited her that much, and the kind of long hair was going through the green wings, so I ended up going for this hairstyle. No, I think I got that one, and I really do love this, and it's one of my favourite ones, even to use it out with Supernatural. I just think it's a really pretty hairstyle, so I kind of went for that. I went for the top, this top from Supernatural, and recoloured it green. The only problem is the flower is purple in the middle, but there was no way to change that, unfortunately, so we did have to go with this. Now I know that this is a far more revealing outfit than what they wore in the original Sleeping Beauty, but like I said before, I just wanted to kind of bring them not up to date because they're not in fashionable clothing, but just a bit more, I don't know, attractive is probably what I'm going for, because I really don't think that the dresses that they had were that attractive. And with the fairies, because the fairies will be looking after Aurora, or Briar Rose as she's called, we really will be looking at them quite a lot, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want to look at them wearing the same old everyday dresses, so that is what I came up with her, and I think it is really nice, especially with her green wings and things like that. So for shoes, again, I kind of stuck to these kind of shoes because I couldn't really see the fairies cutting about in big high heels. I don't know if you could, but I really don't see them. You know, I wanted to make it realistic, and I really don't see them walking about in big stilettos, but maybe that's just me. Maybe you would have put them in stilettos, but I just didn't think it worked with that outfit, so we ended up going for not those. I thought I would go for those and then didn't like them, but I'm pretty sure we do end up going for the original Supernatural shoes. Yeah, we do. See, I'm right, I remember things, go me. So I really love how she turned out. I think she actually looks a bit like Natasha from my 100 Baby Challenge. I think so, kinda. I think it's the eyes. So yes, you might be like, I know that Sim. I know who that is. But she kind of ended up looking like that. I do, now that I've tried the Sims 4 Create a Sim demo, I do really like that actually in comparison. See, going back to the Sims 3 Create a Sim, it is actually, you realise it's more difficult, 100%. Definitely 100% more difficult, but you know, that's absolutely fine. These things happen. So as I said, her name's Fauna. Now for her traits, I've given her a friendly one, excitable. I was swithering whether to do shy or not, because it says in her description that she will be more peaceful and things like that, but I thought shy doesn't necessarily mean peaceful, so I wasn't really sure what to kind of do. But I went for a neat sim, a lucky sim, and I think possibly eco-friendly. No, I didn't. Green thumb, there we go. And I went for perfect gardener. No, greener gardens. Yes, so that's her. She is done, and I love her, and I hope that you do too. Now coming up is our last fairy, and I'll cut back in when she's here. Alright, and our last sim is Miss Merry. Oh my goodness. Easy for me to say, Miss Merryweather. Now, she was the plumpest, the most pleasantly plump of all the fairies, so I just gave her the biggest bum. I like big butts and I cannot lie, basically. But she is in the film a feisty sim, pretty much. So she's got a bit of bite to her, if you like. So what I'm going to do is, I've been talking for a long time, so I'm going to just cut out, play some music while I do her face, and then come back in when it's her clothes time as well. Alright, and this is me just picking Miss Merryweather's hair, and I did want to kind of go for something that wasn't from the supernatural, but I couldn't quite think what to do. I was kind of torn because a lot of the hair did go into the fairy wings, and I didn't really want it to go down to that, so I end up in the end picking a supernatural hairdo. Now please stay tuned at the end. I'm going to do a little photo shoot of the 3 fairies and Maleficent as well, so just to let you see, you know, what I've done with them, and hopefully you do like it. But I ended up eventually going for that hairstyle, which I think is still really cute. I used it on the fairy godmother in my Cinderella, but that's okay, we can have it on more than one sim for sure. Now what I will say as well to touch upon is they are adult sims, young adult sims, so I just didn't want to make them pensioners and have them all hunched over. That was my reason. So she's the blue fairy, and I used this outfit again from Supernatural because I thought it was really, really cute, and I recoloured it blue. Down the centre I made it a darker blue eventually, just to give it a bit more texture, and so it wasn't just all one colour. But I think it was really, that top is really, really well done. It's really pretty, and I couldn't decide whether to go for the kind of shorter skirt, but in the end I did choose this one. And again, I kind of went for a few different tones of blue eventually, just to give the skirt again more of a texture rather than it just being all one sort of plain colour. So I think that turned out pretty cute. I cannot wait to play with these fairies. I really cannot. And I know that it is about Sleeping Beauty, of course, but while Sleeping Beauty is aging up, then I do want to spend some time with the fairies, because I think that would be quite good. I've already got a cottage as well lined up from an awesome subscriber who has sent me the cottage. She didn't make it, but she did find it, and I'll give her a proper shout out once I get her username, you know, obviously. And I put a bit of heels on Merryweather, and there's the chain as well. And for her, I've put her as eco-friendly, artistic, and I've put her as, I can't remember what's wrong with me. I'm tired. It's 7:30 in the morning, guys. I am tired. A diva. And what else? Loves the outdoors and a bit neurotic, maybe. I don't know, I can't remember. Social butterfly, there you go. So guys, that is our 3 fairies and Maleficent. I hope that you like what I've kind of done with them, and you know, the kind of route I've taken, not the traditional route that you would maybe have expected for them to be, you know, grey haired and, you know, old fancy dress if you like. But I really, really hope that you like that I've done it this way. Like I say, as part of the legacy, we will be spending a lot of time with the fairies, so I wanted to make sure that they were more attractive than an ancient sim. So I'm going to leave you with a couple of more screenshots, and thank you so much for joining me. As always, you are just all awesome. Have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you so soon. Bye.